Normally, this time of the year, we will be getting ready for the annual Hank Raymond's Classic Hoops Showcase, preparing to host some of the best boys and girls talent Wisconsin has to offer. This year, we have a new name, the Pope's Invitational, presented by our friends at MacGillis Wiemer.
Hi, my name is Chris MacGillis. I'm a partner and founder at MacGillis Wiemer, LLC. We're a firm that specializes in personal injury law. We're proud to have been associated with Pius and the Pope's Invitational for the last 5 years. I'm a 2000 graduate of Pius, and I was fortunate enough to play both basketball and volleyball and be a part of some really great teams and have a bunch of really great teammates. I really owe a lot to Pius and being provided with a ton of opportunities, both athletically and scholastically, but also, it providing me with a foundation to grow as a person. One thing that has drawn me personally and our firm to want to sponsor the Pope's Invitational is that with athletics, a lot of the things that you learn in sports translate over into the real world. And so one thing that I've always been cognizant of and appreciate so much about Pius and my coaches and my experiences here and my teammates, frankly, is that it's provided me with an opportunity to learn things like hard work, dedication, but probably most importantly, how to, as a team, as a group of people, how to work towards a common goal.
This year, we are proud to partner with the Ability Center, a fantastic organization that provides opportunities for people with disabilities to engage in sports and recreation.
My name is Damien Bookman with the Ability Center. I'm the founder and what I like to call the visionary in chief of this organization that serves to give everybody the opportunity to play together. The Ability Center is an organization that I founded as an opportunity to honor my survivorship. What does that mean? Well, nearly 30 years ago, 3 days before my 13th birthday, I was diagnosed with osteosarcoma in my leg. So I went from being an athlete to literally on crutches in an immobilizer and forever experienced this idea that all of us are just temporarily able-bodied. What does that mean? That means whether it's an accident, it's the aging process, or it's a disease like myself as a teenager, every day at any moment and any time we can all acquire a disability. I was subsequently re-diagnosed my freshman year in high school at Brookfield East in 1992 with bone cancer again in my left leg. So since that time, I've had 23 knee replacements and revisions, and I've learned what it means to actually have to play in a different pair of shoes. And that is playing from a wheelchair. We can all play the same games that we love, just in an adaptive way. What we've come to realize is that everybody does want to play together. And we've proven that with the country's only 3-on-3 wheelchair basketball league. We've proven that with our open gyms where 50 people will come and show up and only 3 to 5 of them actually need a chair. But moms are playing with sons and dads are playing with daughters and cousins are playing together and friends are playing together and neighbors are playing together. It's been actually really amazing to see how much what I knew in my heart has become real in reality.
Having a chance to meet Damien and learn about his story and what him and his team have been able to accomplish is really amazing. Their lessons, their inspiration, their message, their mission, I mean, those things are extremely important. And in many ways, I think they correlate with some of the core values and missions that we have at MacGillis Wiemer, but also with some of the core value and missions that I think Pius has. And when we found out that we were getting the chance to team up with them, we were really, really excited. As we specialize in personal injury law, and with what the Ability Center does as it relates to working with people with disabilities, I think in listening to Damien and listening to, again, some of his stories and his mission, what's clear is that, they focus on providing people with opportunity, providing people with hope. And that's a lot of what we do. When you're working with somebody that's injured, we work with them to provide them with hope, with opportunity for the future, to try to get them better, to let them know that things will get better in the future. And I think that what Damien tries to do with his group at the Ability Center is provide people with that hope, so they know that there's better days. We can be in this together to work hard and accomplish things, and that's just a beautiful message, I think, for both people at Pius, but also in our community as a whole.
So with the Pope's Invitational, the Ability Center was so honored to be called and asked to actually be a part and be a community, you guys supporting us and be a community supporter sponsor is in my head, but we're not the sponsor. We're actually a beneficiary of your guys' generosity and kindness. And it was incredible to be seen as a first community entity to get involved with you guys. I do have a quote that I live by, which is from Babe Ruth, which says that it's hard to beat a person who never gives up. And that's been my mentality. So you can see our kind of brand here is unstoppable, and the able is capitalized for us. And that's not about, again, whether or not you have a disability. Anybody can live that mentality.
We want to thank everybody. We want to thank MacGillis Wiemer. We want to thank the Ability Center. We want to thank all the sponsors that have participated in the Pope's Invitational this year. We collectively as a group are benefiting our community, our students, and for that, I know we're all very appreciative, both at MacGillis Wiemer and at Pius. And I'm really hopeful that next year we all can be together to celebrate as a community in person. So thank you.
The last time I saw you, I think I was down at Riverside High School. You were playing basketball.
Wheelchair rugby.
Yeah, and I can't. Oh, okay, and I can't remember what the heck year that even was.
Probably 05, 04. 04, 05.
Okay. Yeah.
So what position did you play, Brendan?
Shortstop and third in college.
Yeah, he had my last year coaching baseball. He played third base. I remember that.
Okay.
Yep.
And what was it like? What was it like playing for Coach Herrick?
I don't know if he wants to say it.
No, I mean, honestly, I had, good time. I mean, I didn't really have we never really had any issues with anything. I mean, I respect coaches. Again, my parents brought me up to respect, obviously, which I think is being lost, nowadays. I think it's kind of hard, but
I'd say so, yeah.
I don't know. But, yeah.
Well, I remember your sophomore year, you were pretty close to making varsity or JV, and we put you on the JV. And I know your mom wasn't real happy
actually,
with
that
you.
was no, but that's a good learning experience, though. Too.
Yeah.
It just makes you kind of work a little harder.
Yeah, and that was, and we had a pretty good team back then, and it was you were good enough
Absolutely.
to make the varsity, but we wanted you to get the at bats and play. So just sitting there and taking batting practice every day isn't the same as seeing live pitching. So, but I don't know.
Absolutely.
But it worked out. I mean, you played all the games junior, senior year, and you were good.
Well, so my college baseball team, we have a spring season, which we'd fly down to the Miami, Florida, which is called the Homestead Challenge, and a bunch of different teams would come and we'd play each other and stuff. Since obviously we grew up or played baseball in the Midwest, don't have the luxuries of having the nice weather, so we'd go down there for our spring training and I had a couple of good games following up to my injury. My last game that I played, I did very well, and just woke up the next day. We had a day off, and our hotel was on Miami Beach, and just went to the from the shoreline and ran into the water, and basically I just kind of jumped through a wave, and I had my hands above my head and basically hit a sandbar and broke my neck. And then they transported me to University of Miami Hospital, and then my whole life basically changed from that point on. Did a little bit of rehab there. Just obviously because I was from the Midwest, I kind of wanted to get back home. And they kind of basically got me plane ready within a month. Initially, I was not able to move at all. I had a wheelchair, the power chair that had like a straw that would come to the side of me called a sip and puff, and that would operate my chair to go forward and turn and stuff. We found out Freighter Hospital, and then I was there for about 3 months, and then I learned a lot from there, got a little more strength, and I was able to get a little bit of arm movement back. But I still don't have full range of motion with my arms. I just have biceps and shoulders. I don't have triceps, so if I raise my arm, it's probably going to hit me in the head. But
Now, were you
So
were
then-
you conscious, Brendan, during this whole thing? Were
Yes.
you, after you hit
Yeah.
the sandbar, you were conscious? Yeah,
absolutely, I actually heard the pop of my
you
neck.
did. Were you in pain?
And then I didn't feel no pain. But I could tell obviously something was wrong. I wasn't able to move at all. I tried to lift my head above the water and I couldn't do that, but I could feel the waves, moving me around and stuff. And I was hoping that, God willing, somebody was going to come get me. But
Gotcha,
I had a big breath took a big breath of air before I went under the water. So I think that's what kind of
that saved you, yeah.
helped me. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, I got
Remember you
lucky. I didn't swallow any.
I remember you telling me because I came to see you in the hospital once you came here, and I remember you were telling me the
Yep.
story too, that sandbar within 15 minutes was gone. It wasn't even there anymore. Jeez.
So I stayed at Freighter, like I said, for a couple of months, and then got released to go back home. And then that was a whole new challenge with trying to learn,
Sure.
taking care of myself and, trying to figure out what my body was going to be doing. But
Right.
yeah, again, it was a long journey. But obviously, it's the more time that passes, I keep learning new stuff. So that's kind of good, I guess. I mean, I'm always trying to add more things to my repertoire, I want to say. But
Can you drive and everything?
oh yeah, so actually, when I was talking to Angela, I mean, I was just mentioning some things that I do and stuff, and I didn't think I'm like that big of a deal, but I mean, I drive, I snowmobile, ATV, I shoot, trap, and skeet. I'm part of a couple of the clubs here. Yeah, not too many people like shooting with me because I'm kind of better than them.
Really?
Which is kind of funny. So, but yeah, no, I just kind of try to keep busy. I'm an outdoorsman.
Good for you.
growing up,
Good.
so-
Excellent. I admire you for plotting through this and making the best of it, because that's hard. It's hard, I'm sure. So I'm proud of you.
Like I said, I was telling Angela too. I think sports kind of gave me that. I don't know if you want to call it like an edge or some kind of that kind of, I don't know. I'm sure you probably know, or even Dan too might, just it kind of gives you that, I don't know, not will to keep going kind of thing. I don't know.
Sure.
It's hard for me to explain, but I don't know. I don't want to stop. I mean, I have my, days where I don't want to do stuff,
Sure.
but for the most part though, I'm still, pretty active at what I do. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, sports really helped my recovery for sure. You got to give it your all. If you don't, then you never know what you're gonna miss. I mean, kind of thing. Yeah.
The mission of this fundraising event, this tournament, has always been about opportunity. Basketball is the vehicle to celebrate this, but the support and sponsorship always served a higher purpose: to provide much needed opportunity for students who need financial support to attend Pius XI. For many students, Pius XI has been and will continue to be the place where they feel accepted and challenged. Pius XI offers a learning environment where they're able to grow into the confident, capable, compassionate young people that only they can be.